Before road tests, people learned to drive like this. United States, 1950s. A child in Oudtshoorn, Cape Province, South Africa, sits on a pile of ostrich eggs, 1939. An expressive portrait of a wealthy Indian man. India, 19th century. Drinking Japanese Coca-Cola in strange glasses, 1966. Too Cool for School in Boston, 1975. Merle Oberon, sitting patiently for a portrait by Gerald Brockhurst, 1937. On the 31st July 1975, a group of British terrorists, UVF, detonated a bomb and massacred one of Ireland's most popular cabaret bands at the time, the Miami Show Band. The red man taken by Gertrude Kiesebir, CKA 1895. The man in the photo takes enemy of the Sioux tribe. Hanging out in the Mercury spacecraft, 1962. Natalie Wood in the 1950s. Wedding Night, 1962. Nine European kings posing together in 1910. 4 years later, most of them would be at war. April 6, 1896, the first modern Olympics were held. Behind-the-scenes photo from Big Trouble in Little China from 1986. Sailors saluting a war veteran, Leningrad, 1989. A 1945 photograph shows two women displaying what $1.34 could buy in 1918 and 1945. Ronnie Spector and Debbie Harry, 1979. Marilyn Monroe seaside with foster mother Ida Bolander, 1929. By the late 1880s, many Victorian women often grew their hair long. Victorian woman in 1890s. Flower Festival in Encinitas, California, c. 1981. Anna Laughlin as Dorothy, and Arthur Hill as the Cowardly Lion in the 1902 musical adaptation of The Wizard of Oz. Jewish family in Silwan neighborhood, Jerusalem, Ottoman Empire, 1890. U.S. President Dwight Eisenhower arriving at Bagram Airfield, Kingdom of Afghanistan, 1959. Matthew Perry, early 80s. El Chispa Robot, Spain, 1953. Elvira Khan, a member of the anti-fascist partisan movement in Yugoslavia, 1943. The residents of the Italian village of Venzone pose with the mummified remains of their ancestors. 1950. AC/DC at the beach in Ipanema during Rock in Rio Festival. 1985. Glass negative of a young lady practicing her punching with her makeshift bag, 1900s. Polish priest blessing a row of newly manufactured granatnik Uzadna 36, 46mm grenade launchers, which were delivered to the Polish army in Krakow Sea, 1936. Anthony Perkins on the set of Tall Story, 1960, with Jane Fonda. A member of Sir Robert Fawcett's family circus tends to a boxing kangaroo, 1940. A meeting of Soviet and American servicemen near the Austrian city of Linz, 1945. British soldier and intelligence officer Thomas Edward Lawrence, Lawrence of Arabia, disguised as a Syrian gypsy woman in enemy territory, c. 1918. Butch Cassidy, notorious American train robber and bank robber, mugshot from 1894, Wyoming Territorial Prison, Laramie, W.Y. (1989) Student protests in Tiananmen Square. Protesters rest in tents. Bans storming the field during disco demolition night at Comiskey Park, Chicago, Illinois, July 12, 1979. A Russian girl in national costume, 19th century. Sean Connery and a buddy, 1950s. Dawson Curling Club Championship, 1901. A musical milkman on the streets of London, 1930. One of Hollywood's most famous actresses working as a lifeguard before the fame, Bette Davis, 1926. Prumlauf, a bent barrel attachment that allowed the STG-44 to shoot around corners, albeit very poorly. Parisian fashion of the late 19th century. A Russian girl in national costume, 19th century. Officer Leo Brandt seems to have his hands full in handing out tickets to this bevy of gals, who were picked up for speeding September 18, 1937. Unbridled joy as kids celebrate the last day of school in 1977. Children playing in Paris, France, 1915. Folks wait at St. Anne's Soup Kitchen in the United Kingdom in 1912. Wreckage of the Imperial Japanese Navy heavy cruiser Tone after she was sunk by United States Navy aircraft in July 1945 in Itajima Bay, Kure, Japan. 29th July 1945. 1978 supertanker. Amoko Cadiz splits in two after running aground on the Port Saul Rocks, 3 miles off the coast of Brittany, resulting in the largest oil spill in history at that time. High school students use an exercise wheel in June 1931. Tons of water and coral are blown skyward by the force of a charge set to deepen a channel through a reef offshore Okinawa. 1945. Sailors hanging on as the USS Langley rolls sharply to port during Typhoon Connie, 1945. Motor scout on an armored quadricycle, 1899. Soviet informals, 1980s. A British soldier finds a moment of joy amidst World War I. Gay Vietnam veterans protest at the 1972 Republican National Convention. Kids hauling holly and mistletoe around the street in Britain just days before Christmas, 1915. Mother of the Berberov family with lion, Soviet Baku, modern-day Azerbaijan, 1970s. 112-year-old Taimruz Vanacha left, veteran of World War I and the Russian Civil War, with his son Ivan, a veteran of World War II, in 1980. Refugees fleeing the Korean War crossed a fragile footbridge to escape advancing forces. 1951. Seoul can be seen in the background as they leave the city behind. Iranian wrestlers, 1919. (1915) French soldiers and Red Cross Mercy Dogs before departing for the front. Tuileries Gardens, Place de la Concorde Gate, Paris, France. Nick Castle, Michael Myers taking a Dr. Pepper break on the set of Halloween, 1978. (12th of March 1999), Poland, Hungary, and the Czech Republic formally joined NATO. Admiral Byrd's snow cruiser, designed to explore Antarctica, drives through traffic. Massachusetts, 1939. A home cinema kinetoscope, 1895. Young Queen Elizabeth at 21. Myrtle Corbin, born 1868 in Tennessee. She had 4 legs and 2 pelvises but was healthy. Mafun, a man with hypertrichosis, and his son. Yangon, Myanmar, 1867. A high school grad with a lab coat signed by all of his classmates, mid-1920s. The Shrove Tuesday Gang, Alfta Parish, Helsingland, Sweden, beginning of the 1900s. (1935). Dwarfed by a full-size car, Mr. C.W. Cooper of Surbiton drives the miniature racing car which he built for his son John. These inventors really said, trust the process, and had a police inspector shoot at them to prove their bulletproof vest worked. Taken in Washington, D.C. in 1931. The invitees to David Bowie's birthday party at Madison Square Garden in 1997. A house of wood and brick on a Ford TT chassis. Empress Alexandra of Russia, having her likeness modeled in clay 3 years before the Revolution of 1917. Construction of a monument to Marx and Engels in the GDR, 1985. Janis Joplin and her dog in her artistic Porsche, 1965. Jewish Berber girl in Morocco, 1930s. Sunglasses hat, 1975. Marilyn Monroe as a child. Hector Boiardi, or Chef Boyardee, in 1940. The Shahs of Afghanistan and Iran, both named Muhammad, 1940s. Both men were the final monarchs to rule their respective countries, both reigning for almost 4 decades and being overthrown in the 1970s. Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn after the 1977 blackout. Street performer with trained monkey. Late 19th to early 20th century. Marilyn Monroe working at a wartime factory, Van Nuys, California, 1944. A small Welsh house in 1880. Marilyn Monroe photographed for Life magazine by Philippe Halsman in 1952. Farooq Khan, or Farrokh Khan Amindole, was the Persian ambassador to the French Emperor Napoleon III and Queen Victoria of Great Britain in 1857. In 1942, Germans forced gypsies to play during the deportation of French Jews to Auschwitz. A woman working for the phone company at her post as the time lady, announcing the time live with each phone call that comes in, 1930s. Seddon Nuclear Explosion Crater, 1960s, Nevada, the largest man-made crater in the United States. A legionnaire carrying a kitten in his pouch, French Indochina, 1956. The anti-bra protest in downtown San Francisco, 1969. This is a fascinating photo of an audition for dogs in 1963. Here, 6 dogs have taken their places on a hospital set, next to a plastic model on the bed, acting their hearts out. United Kingdom. Talk show great, Johnny Carson waterskis using innocent humans, 1968. A young Franklin D. Roosevelt as a member of the New York State Senate, 1913. Man inside a fake tree for observation during World War I near Souchez, France, 15 of May 1918. 9th and Soulard, in photographic views of the Great Cyclone at St. Louis, May 27, 1896. Young Marilyn Monroe, still a brunette, shares a whimsical moment with penguins in 1944. Descendant of the Kshatriya caste, India, 19th century. American sailors relaxing after heavy fighting, Marshall Islands, 1944. First woman to go into space, Valentina Tereshkova. In 1963, she spent almost 3 days in space and orbited Earth 48 times in her space capsule, Vostok 6. These Northwestern University girls brave freezing weather to go through a Home Guard rifle drill on the campus in Evanston, Illinois on January 11, 1942. U.S. soldiers with the 92nd Infantry Division get warm and dry their socks by a fireplace in a destroyed house in the vicinity of Viareggio, Italy, December 14, 1944. Parade in honor of the liberation of Paris on August 26, 1944. Salma Hayek in the 1990s. Mom and daughter enjoying the slide together, circa 1981. Miss Lubrack, 1951. (1910s car polo). Janet Leigh holds her youngest, Jamie Lee Curtis, age 8, on a summer day, 1967. Suffragettes march in Washington for women's rights, 1913. Queen Elizabeth II greets swimming captain D.G. Owen during a visit to Mill Hill School, 1957. Two ladies enjoy some foot on a thick branch of a tree, circa late 1890s. Tallest professional boxer Gogea Mitu, 1934. In the winter of 1898-99, Breckenridge was buried under more than 20 feet of snow. Life went on. Sheriff Chester Davis and his deputies with a moonshiner in handcuffs, Roane County, Tennessee, 1940. Some dolphins making beautiful music with a conductor at an animal psychology center. Soviet soldier tries Afghan hashish for the first time. Kandahar, 1980s. (1967). He's off to basic training. Girl kisses him standing on a hydrant at a LA bus depot.